Raiders, Jones AT&T Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 25th ranked team in the land, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
Quarterbacks love throwing slants to big boys. When you've got big targets, man, it's hard to miss them. Great job throwing to a guy that tall, putting it near his body, and he plucks it in for the catch.
They'll run it from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
The Red Raiders are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Try to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And the Red Raiders line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front seven, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Gives it on the option. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric, trying to help Tech on this third down. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Bringing the heat. It's caught downfield. Coming through with that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages, it tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
And the Wolverines with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Moore. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Wolverines are rolling down the field. From the gun, the ground game. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He'll keep it himself. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
And the Wolverines pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. They'll ride the hot hand. It's a seam wide open. Turning on the Jets. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and he closed the deal by racing 35 yards to pay dirt. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Williams. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. It's a flea flicker. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. That one falls incomplete. They reached into the bag of tricks on first down and couldn't pull it off.
And that just feels great as a player because this offense, they've probably been practicing that flea flicker play all off season, all season long. They finally get a chance to dial it up, and they go out and they execute it perfectly.
Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
It'll be 3rd and long. To the air, it's Morton. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously.
And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
Second down, they'll go to the air. That's caught. It's Virgil. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Carter. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The Red Raiders are flying down the field. The give on the option. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Morton. He's got it down the middle. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And the Red Raiders are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Little touch pass to the receiver. And he's going to wind up losing a couple of yards as time expires here in the first quarter.
Michigan 7, Texas Tech 0.
So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break.
Here we go.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Morton. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Red Raiders!
Well, one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The drive Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
The Wolverines now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Got it behind the line. It's Moore. He's out past the 35. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
That's a first down for the offense.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback may change this route. Trying to get the corner. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? That defender reacted immediately when he saw the play and just set his hair on fire for the ball carrier.
And you've got to see those plays. Those plays are very fast. It happens quick. There's no fake to a toss. It's pitching down the outside, trying to get to the wide side of the field. Great job by the defense. You got to set those edges by the defensive end, and everybody fly to the football.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on third down. Wants to throw. It's Underwood. Grabbed over the middle. It's Simpson. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
Grabbed in the middle. It's McCulley. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Making great decisions. That's what all of the legendary Michigan quarterbacks have done. John Navarre, Elvis Gerbach, and the guy, can't remember, drafted in the 6th round by the Patriots.
Yeah, what was that guy? What was his name? Tom Brady? Yeah, I think that's his name. Yeah, he was pretty good too. But when you think about Michigan, you don't always think about the quarterbacks, and you don't always think about airing it out. But again, if you want to be a great college football team nowadays, you better be able to throw that pigskin.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll try it again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of that.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
Rides the back on the option, the give. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You could throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
The Wolverines will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. On the move. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Leaves it with the back. Looking for the end zone. And he'll be brought down.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Paul.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Down and goal from the 3. The playbook is pretty much wide open here. Trying to pound it in. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, blowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
Their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. Catch in the middle. It's Eakin.
And that RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
Dropping back, it's Morton. He's got him. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a 1st down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Complete in the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, Texas Tech.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Dropping back, it's Morton. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. That'll be enough for a 1st down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Virgil. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when you start getting those long yardage situations.
Defense just didn't have an answer there on the slant throw. Once the completion was made, they just couldn't get to the ball carrier and get him down on the ground.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Quick strike complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. And in the final seconds of the 1st half, they'll send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. The Red Raiders will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. 1st snap of the drive from the 25. Going to the run to start this 2nd half. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case in there. They try to run the football in the 1st play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric, trying to help Tech on this 3rd down. Got it in the middle. It's Simpson. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. They were counting on making a few yards after the catch on 3rd down. Instead, they're staring at 4th.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times you trust your guy. You throw it to him, and you say, I can make somebody miss or lower my shoulder and get to the sticks. The defense had none of that. Nice job tackling. Nice job forcing the 4th down.
Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Grabbed behind the line, it's Virgil. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. And the Red Raiders want to move quickly. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
They send the tight end in motion. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Got the first down and still on his feet. He's loose down the left side. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Red Raiders!
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the capper came on that 62-yard run to the house. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to throw. It's Underwood. Good timing on the quick out.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. You can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
And the Wolverines in a good spot here with second and short. They'll move the tight end. Looking for a crease. It's Haynes. Oh, he's got some space. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Rides to back and leaves it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Looking to fire. That's reeled in. It's Simpson. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Defense on 3rd down. To the air, it's Underwood. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Offenses know and work on it all week. Third downs. We got to be really, really good. This offense not good on this 3rd down. It could come back to bite them.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. And that is just about a perfect punt as he pins them deep inside the 10-yard line. first order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. Takes the handoff. It's Joyner. There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
The offense has it 1st and 10 from their own 20. Right back to the well. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
It'll be 3rd and long. Back to throw. It's Morton. Makes the catch. It's Douglas. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Red Raiders will punt it. Oh, it's a phony punt. They're going to run it with the man. And the gamble works in their favor this time as they pick up the first down.
And when they bring on the punt unit, a lot of times I change my personnel and I bring on a different unit, and I think it worked to their advantage. 4th and inches, you don't think they're going to run a fake. They run a fake, execute it great. Nice job by this punt unit.
And the Red Raiders have their offense in high gear. Let's go. They'll run the option. Wide open spaces. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense.
And this QB is dialed in. You've already seen the passing ability to make plays down the field. But how about this? Running the option as well. The diversity in this offense, really hard to stop, and he's having a day.
The Red Raiders back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Caught over the middle. It's Virgil. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Using his feet. Turning it on. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
And the Red Raiders, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Fires to the big fella. Lots of running room. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders!
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll call for the fair catch here. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for room. It's Marshall. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Back to throw, it's Underwood. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
On third down, going up top. Short hands, it's Klein. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They booted away on fourth down. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. He leaves it with his back. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third.
That's the end of the third quarter. Texas Tech, 24, Michigan, 7.
It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Leaves it with the back. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
How bold will they be on third down after that last run? Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man on the right. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me.
Fires one high and deep. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Looking for room, it's Joyner. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. The option look. Now the toss. And that one will go and reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option. The Red Raiders will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the ball comes to rest right there. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
To the air. It's Underwood. Finds his tight end. And that's why you do explosive work in the weight room. Arm day's a good thing as he gets to the 23.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
On the move. The Wolverines have a first down.
Marked down at the 26-yard line. First down for the offense.
So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Well, when you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
And the Wolverines are on the move. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Haynes. Still running at the 40. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Using his feet to buy time. Throw to the end zone. Picked off.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this team.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looks as if he's going to run it. Gets it past the marker. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
You open a drive like that, and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. He'll pull it down and run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
He was trying to push it downfield. He was looking for a receiver, trying to make a play. Could tell the pressure started to get to him a little bit. Nowhere to go with the football, and just fights back to the line of scrimmage.
Here on 2nd and 9, sends 3 receivers to the right. Off the play fake. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
He lofts one down the sideline. He makes a grab. Touchdown, Red Raider! And the pummeling has started.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. And the Red Raiders trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal.
29 Philly, 2-9 Philly.
Touchdown, Red Raiders! And the route is on.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he made the extra point without problem. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fair catch called for and made. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Tight end now in motion. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
With the catch, it's McCulley. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. The Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Wide receiver going in motion. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Catch in the middle, it's Simpson. And the Wolverines will move the sticks with the 1st down.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. Throws to the wideout. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. But you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback. And again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Out routes are very much about timing. It's got to be a quick, decisive movement from the quarterback. As soon as he sticks that foot in the ground, you know he's breaking out. Throw it right now so he can go make you a play. Great pitch, great catch.
Snagged in the middle, it's Klein. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the 1st down. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. The play action fake. Here's a heat. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the 4th quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
He's brought down the one, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. And the Wolverines started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You see all this movement in football now. All the stem in the defensive line. They're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
That's a nice job by this defense, getting in the backfield quick. They got in there so fast, anticipating pass on 3rd and long, but they reacted so well to the run, get the tackle for a loss, and now probably going to force the punt here.
The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. Fires into the end zone. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. The defense uses a timeout, and we are down to 11 seconds left to play. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Scanning the field, it's Morton. Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. A strike downfield. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them, but they had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a college football playoff caliber team. If they play like that, moving forward, if they put their A game together in all 3 phases, this is a team we're going to be talking about very, very late in the season.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.